covering the May Day rally. I am on South 11th Street, and if you look around, we're actually already seeing a little bit of traffic build on the road. There's cars backed up pretty far down because that is what news outlets have been mainly reporting, that there is a lot of traffic concerns. So currently we're going to walk over to City Hall, and I will keep you updated as to what is going on. Oh my goodness. That was a good test. It's a good test because no one's on. So.
I will let you know if I speak.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. Because people were winning, right?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
So you're currently heading to the May Day rally.
Yes, the May Day rally. Yes. Which has a series of rallies that have been thousands across the country. Thousands of rallies of this nature have been across the country, and Bernie Sanders is actually expected to speak at this one, particularly. If we're looking around, you can see that a lot of the news reporters earlier today were saying that the traffic buildup was going to be the biggest concern here. And if you look over here, you can see all of these cars are lined up because of all of the street closures in anticipation of this rally. But once again, my name is Christian Lee, and I'm an intern currently with PhillyCAM, but I am going to take you to this rally today, and we're going to show you what's going on. Yeah, currently we're walking to City Hall, so we have about, how many more minutes, you think? Like a 7 or 8 minute more walk? Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
We're currently walking down Chestnut Street.
Right, we are currently walking down Chestnut Street. And currently we're not seeing any action of this rally yet, but that's because the beginning part is supposed to start at City Hall, and then right after Bernie Sanders talks, people are expected to walk down to march. So we will keep you updated on that. Oh goodness. It's definitely a really hot day in Philadelphia today. It truly is always sunny in Philadelphia because right now, I mean, the sun is beaming, I'm sweating, it's warm, but I'm very excited to cover this.
And I believe that Bernie is expected to speak at around 4?
Yes, I believe Bernie is expected to speak at around 4 p.m. And then right after, everyone is expected to march, which is why people are so concerned about the traffic that's happening today. It's also important to note that today is International Workers' Day. And so that was very intentional with the placement that they did here, because a lot of their slogan for the May Day rallies is saying Trump's war on the working people. And it's very festive for the activities that are happening today. I think...
Yeah, the congestion here is pretty bad.
Yeah. I was looking earlier on all of these news websites about, which ones were going to be closed and shut, and we're going to wait for the cars to move. which streets were going to be closed and shut, and it was saying almost over 10, 15 streets were going to be closed in anticipation of how huge this rally is supposed to be, which is...
all right around...
Yeah, a lot of them are all right around City Hall because the marching will happen right after. I know that a lot of organizations are expected to be collaborating here today, but it was mainly organized by the AFL-CIO, or the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations. So a very long name, but they basically stand for the rights of working people.
And that's very fitting for...
It's very, very fitting for the rally, the event of the rally that we're having today. Yes, for those of us just joining, we are still walking on the way over to the rally. but we are seeing major signs of road closures as there is a pileup of so many cars and people are really struggling to get through.
Looks like we're about 4 minutes away.
Yep. Oh, yep, you can see, if you look down the street, you can start seeing some action happening right down there. There's police cars lining up, and I'm assuming to what that is crowds down there. So
yes.
We'll be walking and seeing a bunch of different people.
Yes.
And also stay tuned because, when we get there, I'm going to be organizing some interviews with people who are participating in this rally, and it'll be more informative as to, some of the motives that people have to be protesting right now.
So just to be clear, what we were seeing on that one side was, I believe it was the west side of City Hall.
Yes. So what we saw over there was the west side of City Hall, I believe, because it's next to the Macy's. Yeah, already police cars, and that's not even the front side of City Hall yet, so we'll have to see what that means. I want to highlight something over here. If you take a look at the SEPTA buses, some of the SEPTA routes on the buses have been rerouted today. Even taking a look over here, there's a police car. As roads have been closed, so police are serving that function to close the roads. But there you can see City Hall. It's unclear to tell yet if all of these people are here for the rally, but there definitely is a lot of people surrounding City Hall, as normal. But today could be particularly a larger crowd. I mean, of course, Bernie Sanders is expected to speak in 20 minutes, so people should start lining up, but we will see when we get there. We're currently waiting for the light to turn so that we can start walking. Yeah.
You can already see there's some more closures over there.
Yep, there's so many road closures all around. I don't agree without the mic, so if you want to say something, you can say it in the mic. Yeah.
We can already see over there that there is a closure. There's another police car here. So I'm assuming that this might be the road that the march will take place on.
And for those of us, also, once again, if you're just joining, my name is Christian Lee. I'm an intern and reporter with PhillyCAM, and holding the camera is Kaisa, and we are both reporting on this event today. We're both students at Temple University, but we're really grateful to PhillyCAM for giving us this opportunity. Yes.
So right now we're at about 10.
Yeah. Yeah, we are seeing definitely quite a few people starting to build up over around the backside of City Hall, but we will see when we get to the other side how many people are anticipated to be there. I do definitely see people walking into City Hall, so we're not exactly sure where Bernie Sanders is speaking at this point. We know it's going to be at City Hall, so once we get there, we will be organizing ourselves to figure out, where he will be and how we can make sure that you guys hear his speech. Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, yeah, City Hall is just loaded with police right now in anticipation of this rally.
There's already some people protesting over there.
Right. Here, let's actually head on over and see if we can speak to one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what Kaisa and I are seeing over here is that there's this large group of protesters already right over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over and see if any of them would like to speak to us and do a quick interview just to tell us a little bit about who they are and what they're doing here. Yeah, so just bear with us for a moment while we speak to these people and just see what we can get out of them and see if we can chat with them. Yeah. Oof, a little nervous. All right.
Turn the camera around.
Yes. Excuse me, would you like to do an interview for our, newscast? No. All right, thank you so much, appreciate it. Hello, would you like to do an interview for our newscast? We're community-powered media here in Philadelphia. We're covering for our news station back a couple streets over. So I was wondering if anyone would like to just tell us about why you're here and what you're up to. Yes, of course. Is that okay? Can we speak to you? Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, you can just look right at me. It's just a conversation. Yeah. What's going on here? What are you planning on doing today?
Today is International Workers' Day, so we're here to say to put workers over billionaires, also to protect immigrant communities, and that's why we're here today.
And so the immigrant communities and the Workers' Day, is that part of the reason why you're protesting today?
Yeah, so today's a day of celebration of workers around the world, and we're here as workers, as immigrants, as people who contribute to our communities to say that it should be workers, people over billionaires.
And what has the energy that you've seen so far been like?
It's been great. It's great to see people out in the street, people together celebrating, but also calling out injustices. So it's really great to be all together in unity, people from across the world, but also across Philadelphia coming together to say we are united.
And what does it mean for a big politician like Bernie Sanders to come to Philadelphia and speak to us at this rally? Like, what does that mean for your cause in particular?
I think it's exciting. I think it makes people feel, okay, there are people who are with us, they're listening to us. And so, Bernie Sanders for a long time has been an ally and an advocate, and we're excited for him to join us. But we know that the work continues, and we'll continue holding our state legislators and our governor and others responsible to the demands of the community.
That's incredibly powerful. And is there anything else you wanted to add?
Just happy International Workers' Day.
Happy International Workers' Day. If you're comfortable, can you share your name?
Yeah, my name is Diana Robinson. I'm co-director at Make the Road Pennsylvania.
Make the Road Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Diana Robinson, and thank you so much once again for doing an interview with us. We're going to head on over into the center of City Hall. Yes. Are we okay? Is it not connected?
No, it is. It's just I have to get out.
That's okay. All good? Yeah, let's head on over. Stay cool today in the heat. I know it's very hot outside. Yes. Thank you, guys. So it's becoming very evident that there are so many people here for this rally over here. I mean, you can see there's signs moving over, and I mean, we're gonna get to the central part of City Hall in a minute, and we're going to be able to see, really what is going on in terms of the crowds. It doesn't seem that currently there's anything major happening, but obviously it could potentially be on the other side. So should we just take a loop around and then we'll see? Yes. Nicole, are you okay currently? Okay, wonderful. Yes. So, okay, there's another person protesting in the May Day rally. They're selling actually merchandise over there. Kaisa, if you want to actually, no, it's all right. I was saying if you wanted to get a closer shot, but it's all right, no worries. They're waiting in a line, so I don't want to disturb them. Yes. I see. There's a very, very large group of people over here. And construction, obviously, going on in City Hall. Clearly, I personally don't know what's happening at this construction, but yes. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of coverage. I think if you look, no, this way, yeah. If you look up there, there's a large helicopter just doing an aerial shot of what's going on here. And I think what's particularly interesting to me is that there is a complete rally happening on that side, but people are just enjoying their sunny day on this side. So, this rally is definitely a part of City Hall, but not the full part of the culture here. Looking over, you can see that there's more police officers on that side, which is definitely, yeah, yes, they are lining the street if you take a look down there, which is super, super fascinating. And they are definitely preparing for something large today. Yeah, if you look over there, we can see more people protesting, obviously all for different causes. I mean, the last person was with Make the Road Philadelphia, and I don't know, I think that so many different causes are being represented here today at this rally. And we're going to see how many people we can speak to today and see if we can get an interview to happen. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Currently, we're seeing a very large protest happening up ahead. We're seeing the formation of something very large. So it's definitely important when we get up there, I'll have Kaisa turn you around and help you look over at what's really is happening. But it is and huge. I know. We had some people who were excited about this. Yes. Should I interview one of them? Hello. Yes. Lifting this up high. Hello. Yes. People are handing out signs right down over here. Right now, I mean, right off the bat, we're seeing things about trans rights and workers' rights and immigrants' rights, and something even pertaining to Philadelphia about the arena being built in Center City. So I've seen so many of these things here. We're gonna step down and see if we can get a little bit closer to what's happening over here. Sorry, it's very crowded, as you can see, so we're moving a little bit slower.
Sorry about the camera.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Here, let's take a step down into the street over here and see if we can speak to anyone. Yes, see the signs. It's massive. Yes, it is huge. I want to point out a big sign that we see over here. It says "Fight Trump, down with the Democrats." If you can't see right over here, dump Trump, make our, oh my goodness, future great again. And so, you know, while this is definitely anti-Trump, there is definitely also a lot more happening with all these different organizations being represented here. Currently, I'm going to see if we can find another person who'd like to speak to us about why they're here and what they're up to today. Yes, we're gonna find out first. Let's just walk around and see a little bit. Yes. Clearly, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because the crowds are a little bit hard to navigate here. I mean, there's so many people. And so what we're trying to do is just try to find someone who we can speak to. I mean, there are so many people, but a lot of people seem to be moving or in the middle of things. So, yes.
Maybe we should go over to...
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Yes. Looking back there were poets who were writing about, let's see, a dream being possible, time being now, which I think is super fascinating. People are using all different types of mediums here to truly get their point across. Moving forward, I mean, Kaisa, if you lift the camera up, you can see the sheer amount of signs that are littered around City Hall. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, and there are all supporting fully different causes. It's pretty incredible, actually, how different these causes are. Yeah, right here I see a pride support. I see Palestine support over here, right over there. I see socialism over here. And so, due process, yes. Yes, I see. So we're gonna keep moving on into the crowd and just see what's happening currently.
We need a revolution in this country.
Hello. Do you want to tell us a little bit of what you're doing here?
Oh, me? I'm marshaling, helping folks, keeping people safe.
Of course.
Getting hot.
I know, it's very warm outside. I mean, you're feeling it too. It's very hot outside right now, right? Yes. Would you like to purchase something? I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Yeah, we could definitely do this. We'll wait for the bike to move and then see what we can do.
I wish we can pull up here. I'd love to take crowds out. We can pull up here. All our other guys have this little trick fun. I just don't. They don't have it. So yeah, they have this big thing. It's all from the org.
Yeah, there's so many people here. I just wanted to know, like, what's so important about today?
Today is important because it is a day that we get to do our constitutional right again of protesting, and slowly people are trying to take those rights away so they can impose their will on us. And so we need to stand up and fight back.
Yeah, and how is the energy like here today?
It's great. People are being very, very nice, and it's actually it's a great vibe here today. Yep.
Perfect. If you're comfortable, can you say your name, please?
I'm Jason, he, him. I'm here with Reclaim Philadelphia, and we work to build progressive power in the city for to make government work for all Philadelphians.
Yeah, with it being International Workers' Day, like, is this relating to that and what you do with your organization?
We have a lot of union members. Our executive director, Seth Anderson Overman, used to work for several unions, and it's tough work. It's 70 hours a week. It's here, it's Harrisburg, but it's also in people's homes talking about why the union is important and why people should get involved and stay involved so you can do things like this.
Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Thank you for being here, and thank you for interviewing me. Yes.
Of course. Thank you for talking to us. Yeah. It's definitely a very overwhelming crowd currently. I mean, there's so many people, and so we're just trying to find people who want to share what they're protesting for. Yeah. So I appreciate it so much. Yes. And stay cool. I know it's hot outside today. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think we're gonna get any further this way. I think the crowds are just a little bit too tight. We can try.
I think this spot.
Do you want to try?
If we can try to go forward a little bit eventually, but yeah, whatever you want to do.
Sure. I mean, we can definitely stay planted here for now, and then we'll move on from there. Oh goodness. Yes.
Sorry, y'all. This is Kaisa speaking again. I just saw a sign that I thought would be good for some food for thought. It said, "Imprisonment without due process is a concentration camp." And I see a lot of signs talking about due process due to the recent events in politics here in the U.S. And a lot of these have to do with the ICE detention centers. I see some posters of Luigi Mangione. So all of this is kind of being wrapped into one big rally.
Yeah, and I just want to highlight, I mean, if you look back around, the crowds have grown so much since we first arrived. I mean, we were able to freely walk around, and now it's just getting more and more crowded, which is incredible. I mean, how many people are fitting in here? More signs are showing up, and a lot of them do seem anti-Trump, but some of them also do seem like they are emphasizing a change in the Democratic Party or a need for that. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of our next course of action over here, because we are so cramped currently. It might be difficult for us to see.
We have Gritty over there. I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can see him through the thing. We're not very sure currently.
Hard to see, but
I think
Great environmentalist.
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be wonderful. Hello, can we speak to you on PhillyCAM, please?
Sure.
That'd be lovely. Hi.
Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you're here today?
Yes, I'm here because I care so much about this country and what we've been building and what we need to build, and it's very quickly being taken away from us. By far, we have not had a perfect country. It's not been a more perfect union, but we're going in exactly the wrong direction.
And what's your name and who are you here with?
My name is Ingrid Lakey, and I'm a member of Central Philadelphia Friends Meeting. I'm a Quaker, so I'm here with a group of Quakers. But I'm also an environmental justice activist, and you know what's happening in terms of the climate. We're just going backwards.
That's really nice that you showed up and you're here with a group of people. what has it been like? Your experience been like today?
It's thrilling to just like feel the energy. I mean, we've got this like beautiful day. I love it when Philly comes out, and just seeing people really claiming their identity, whether it's they're part of a union or whatever concern they carry, they're here to show up and make their voices be heard. And it's just such a, in these times when it can be overwhelming every day to hear the news about what's happening to us, for us to say, oh no, we're going to happen to you, Mr. Trump.
And what does it mean for a huge politician like Bernie Sanders to come to Philadelphia and to speak to us in the crowd? Like, what does that mean for you and everyone here?
I think it just adds fuel to our fire, right? We have got to be on fire to protect what we care about, whether it's the planet, whether it's our jobs, whether it's our immigrant friends and neighbors. All of those, we need the fire. And I think Bernie brings us the fire, right? He brings us the energy. He helps to encourage us to work together, which is what it's going to take. Us acting as individuals is not enough. We have to be a collective. And Bernie speaks to that so beautifully.
And do you think a collective is here today? And
I see a collective, and this collective is growing, my friend. We are in a growing phase, and that's part of what helps me get up every day.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I just think this is a really amazing time, and it's a time for us to be very creative, a time for us to reach out to each other, to lean on each other, to take care of ourselves, to take care of each other, and to keep saying that what we believe in is legitimate, and that we demand that we get to keep that which we care about, and that we get to build the society that we truly need, that works for workers, right? That works for the climate. All of these things are not against each other. It's all about how these issues are all intertwined. So let's lift all boats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I mean, we're both 2 college students, and so we're a little overwhelmed here. So it's nice that you came and spoke to us. Yeah, it's been really nice. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah, we're student reporters, so you know it's been. Really? Oh my goodness.
Broadcast journalism at Temple.
I'm broadcast journalism at Temple. That's fabulous. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I do Temple Update.
I was one of the anchors of Temple Update.
I'm an anchor right now. Oh my goodness.
This was back in the 90s.
But it's lovely to meet you.
It's
yeah.
great to meet you
Thank
too.
you so much for speaking to us.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously sometimes it's rough to do this. It's hard work, but I'm very happy to be here. So
there's a lot of people to talk to.
Yes, there are. Yeah. Perfect.
Have you gotten to talk to some union folks yet?
Not yet. Yeah, we're still looking around. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of people here, and I think there's a lot of opportunities. And I love the signs. There's a guy, the sign is turned around right now, but I think that one is particularly good.
Yeah,
but
particularly compelling.
yes, there's so many. There's so many people here.
I love the creativity that shows up in some of the signs.
Right, yeah, it's a lot of wordplay happening. It's very interesting, yeah, but it's amazing, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, go Owls, yeah. Perfect, yes, thank you. Oh, yes, yeah, so I'm turning this into a story after. We're community media, and we do like community reporting here. Yeah, so if you want to take a look, you'll see after. We're currently live streaming on YouTube, but you can look at that, and then we have voices meetings every Monday. Yeah,
perfect.
Of course.
Very cool.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We need it.
Yes. Definitely. Thank you so much, Kaisa.
Thank you so much.
So what we just handed her, actually, could I see it again? I'm so sorry. What we just handed her is a business card, because we are turning this into a story in Voices, on PhillyCAM Voices next Monday. And so, you know, we want to make sure that people are tuning in and recognizing what we're doing over here. Yes.
Shameless plug.
Yes, shameless plug, yes. Here, I'm going to hit this. I'm sorry, yeah. And now I know I added parts about how big the crowd has been growing, but if you take one more look back, it has grown even more at this point. It has been incredibly large, and we are seeing so many people over here. It's incredible, yeah.
See the media people over there.
Yes, I see that. Maybe we can try and get over to them. Should we see? Yeah, let's try.
All right.
I'm gonna hand you this. Hi. Yes, this guy's handing out flyers over here. Yes. I don't think we're gonna be able to get up to that point. To be honest, yeah, I've definitely seen some people who have been glaring at our camera who haven't really been the happiest to see us here, and so you know that's it's been very nice to be able to report and speak to what's happening here, but also, definitely things are happening here. So, yeah. Here, let's move. Yeah, let's see.
Helicopter up there. There's a lot of news helicopters.
Yeah, news outlets from all over are here to go and cover this event. I'm not sure who that one is with, but it definitely is circling around the City Hall area.
I mean, it's white and blue, so it might be like CBS or something.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's kind of looking like we're in a standstill. And I'd also like to add that it's almost 80 degrees out right now, so it's very warm, and people are still showing out for this rally over here. It's a very, very sunny day in Philadelphia today, but it's nice to have beautiful weather for a change. Yeah.
We have Gritty.
We do have Gritty. I don't know if you can see a little better. Kaisa and I were talking about this earlier, that
Right down there.
that Gritty was right on over there. Yeah.
So truly, all of Philadelphia, all
I know,
different parts of Philadelphia are
so
here
much of
represented.
Philadelphia culture.
And I also see members of the a group of communists, revolutionary communists, and that group has also taken a large presence at the Temple University campus.
Yeah.
So this is definitely not our first time seeing them, but they're out here today. There's quite a few. Many people of different unions are here and different groups. So truly there are so many people here.
And for context, these signs are so tall. I mean, I'm a fairly tall guy. I stand at 5'11", but these signs, like, I can't even see right over there because they're being held so high. So people are very passionate about what they're supporting today. For the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to leave it with Kaisa to do a little bit of, B-roll segments. There's actually commotion happening right over here. I don't know who's standing over there. Let's see.
When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. Right. Woo!
Do you see where he is?
This is an historic day, Philadelphia.
It's a little bit difficult to see where he is, so forgive me if the camera is not that great.
Yeah, right now we're kind of struggling to get people over for people to see.
We have live scan interpreters. We had to call a phone number in order to be able to hear the translation.
Can you see the screen?
So it is 518.
It's kind of like the crowd.
318.
Yeah, I think so.
5764. Again, if you need Spanish,
I might try to squeeze up.
or the rally.
Okay.
518. 318. 5764. All right, let's get started. I want to thank
We're currently getting started.
coalition of more than 50 different organizations, including many of our unions that I see here in front. It's so awesome to see everybody in the colors. All the unions are here. Philadelphia is the birthplace of America's labor movement.
The man who is speaking is in a gray shirt. It's not Bernie Sanders yet, but we can see him standing on the corner by the arch.
Standing up for our rights. May Day was the original Labor Day. And in many countries it still is. So we're taking it back here in Philadelphia. We're going to have 2 Labor Days. Folks, we all know that a better world truly is possible. But we also know that we can't rely on politicians alone to fix it. We are the many. We have the power. Not the billionaires and the oligarchs. We, the workers, we have all of that power.
I think that's as close as we're going to get, but it is right
And
there.
we're so strong with our power when we are together in solidarity like we are today. You know, in this moment that we're in, I think a lot about the 60s. And I think a lot about the struggles of the civil rights movement and the labor struggles that we had in that time. And I think a lot about how Walter Reuther, who was at the time the president of the UAW, had regular correspondence and conversations with Dr. Martin Luther King. And the two of them talked and planned and worked together. And there's so many opportunities in this day and age that we are in for the labor movement to be working with other mass movements for immigrants. Yeah, that's right. Movements for workers that are excluded from the National Labor Relations Act, like domestic workers and farm workers. And it bears pointing out that Dr. King's last public event was on a picket line with striking sanitation workers in Memphis, Tennessee, AFSCME members. So we've always been together. But those billionaires and oligarchs try and keep us apart, try and divide us with wedge issues. But we're not going to let them do that. We're going to march together today. That's right. Just like the thousands of rallies that are happening across the country right now. That's right. It's bigger than me. It's even bigger than us. You're an incredible crowd. I'm so excited to be with you today on May Day. Again, my name's Danny Bowder, and I have the privilege of being the president of the Philadelphia Council AFL-CIO.
I don't know if anyone has been here since the beginning of the live stream, but we were talking about the people who were organizing this, and it was the AFL-CIO, and currently the person who's speaking is the president.
So, for those of you who are not yet members of our labor movement, I want to bring you in on something. If you repeat after me, we're going to deputize everyone here as an organizer, because there's a lot of work that has to be done. So just repeat after me. I am an organizer. I will speak up about my rights and work to organize my co-workers, friends, and family to stand up for theirs. Congratulations, you're all organizers. Your first assignment, tell everybody what a good time you had at this rally so they come out to the next one.
If you look on the stage, I know we can't see very well.
Everybody
Give me 1 second.
organizing their friends, their families, their co-workers to get in the streets and fight back. But that's only going to happen if we stick together and we work hard. And we need more unions. So if you want to start a union, go to our website, PhillyAFL-CIO.org. Go to that website and we'll talk you through it. We'll get with you. We'll want to work with you and get you where you need to be so you can have a union in your workplace. I want to thank our interpreters, both our ASL interpreters and our Spanish interpreters. And again, the telephone number for the Spanish interpreters is 518-318-5764.
This one was from the last one, and this one I do.
Definitely see a little better.
Yeah, I thought this was a good move.
Buenas tardes todos y todas y todes.
We now have our Spanish interpreter speaking.
En español. Y el número que tienen que marcar para escucharnos directamente es 518-318-5764. ¡Vamos!
Thank you. I want to thank my staff, Thelma, Maggie, Evan, and Jana, for all their hard work. I want to thank all of our marshals. Now let's get this program running. Coming up next, the Executive Director of Power, a long-standing partner of labor in Philadelphia, to deliver our invocation, Reverend Greg Edwards.
So it looks like they have a reverend. So,
Yeah, it looks like we're currently transferring the speaker to a reverend.
Brothers and sisters, I'm Reverend Dr. Gregory Edwards, Executive Director of Power Interfaith, Pennsylvania's largest faith-based organizing movement, representing more than 150 congregations across the Commonwealth and 60 here in the great city of Philadelphia. Today it is a privilege and a sacred responsibility to be here with you, to lift our collective voices on behalf of workers who build, workers who clean, workers who teach, workers who cook, workers who care and sustain the life of our great city. At Power Interfaith, we believe that labor rights are human rights. They are sacred rights in addition to human rights. From the very beginning, Power Interfaith was built alongside of and in partnership with labor unions. When we fought to raise wages for thousands of city contracted workers, from as little as $2 an hour to $15 an hour, we did so because our faith demands that we have human rights. We also know as people of moral courage and faith that economic justice is not a luxury, it is a moral obligation. As a pastor, I cannot separate the struggles of workers from the calling of my ministry. The people who sit in our pews are the same people who serve our food, clean our hospitals, drive our buses, and teach our children. My congregants are your workers. Your workers are my congregants. And when their wages are low, when their health care is denied, when their housing becomes unaffordable, the entire community suffers. Friends, we are here today to proclaim a simple but powerful truth. We believe in a Philadelphia where every worker is valued, every worker is protected, and every worker paid fairly. We believe in a Philadelphia where affordable housing is not a dream, but a reality. We believe in a Philadelphia where tax policy lifts up the poor and working class instead of lining the pockets of the already wealthy. Whether those decisions are made in Washington, D.C. or right here inside City Hall, the sacred text of every faith tradition teaches us to honor the dignity of labor. In the Hebrew scripture, we read, "Woe to those who make unjust laws, to those who issue oppressive decrees, to deprive the poor of their rights." In the Quran, we are taught, give full measure and weight in justice. The Gospel of Luke, the Christian gospel, Jesus proclaims, the laborer deserves their wages. These are not merely ancient words, beloved. They are a divine, sacred call to action here and now. Today we call on every leader, from city council up to the president, to remember who they were elected to serve. Not the developers, not the billionaires, not the bosses, but everyday, hard-working people, the workers who make this here country. These yet to be United States run. Because let's be clear, corporations receive tax breaks while workers can't afford groceries, that is not just bad policy, it's a moral failure. When politicians prioritize profits over neighborhood stability, that is not just an economic choice, it is a betrayal of the common good. We must demand strong contracts that protect the rights of workers. We must demand affordable housing so that no family is forced to choose between paying rent.
Can you guys let us know in the chat if you can actually hear what's happening?
We must resist tax cuts and backroom deals that starve our schools, gut our public services.
Thank you to whoever sent us a heart.
Between rich and poor, we must organize.
Thank you so much.
Vote, we must pray. We must push. And we must act. Because the future of Philadelphia, the soul of Philadelphia, depends on it. Friends, let me remind you, we have been here before. We have seen what happens when profits are placed above people, when workers are pushed to the margins. But history also shows us that when labor and faith come together, mountains can be moved, wages can be raised, policies can be changed, and communities, neighborhoods, streets can flourish. So here today, we are not just calling for incremental change. We are calling for a moral revolution. A revolution rooted in love. A revolution rooted in justice. A revolution that says every worker deserves to thrive and not merely survive. Let us remember the words of that ancient prophet Amos. Let justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Today we will commit ourselves to that ever-flowing stream. Today we pledge to fight with our prayers, fight with our voices, fight with our organizing until every worker, every family, every neighborhood in Philadelphia experiences the dignity and fairness they deserve. We stand here today not alone, but as one. United across faiths, united across races, united across languages and traditions, united by a vision of a city where all can live, a city where all can work and raise their families in dignity and peace. Philadelphia, hear our call. Washington, D.C., hear our prayer. God of many names, hear our plea. Strengthen our hands for the work of justice. Strengthen our spirits for the long road ahead. Strengthen our unity, that together we may build a beloved community, not for some, but for all. Amen. Ashe. And so it is.
I'm just going to turn the camera around so we can see the sheer amount of people who are here now to listen to the Reverend speak.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? So my name is Tiffany Davis. I am a food service worker down at Philadelphia Sports Complex.
Tiffany Davis, who's a food worker at the Philadelphia Sports Complex.
For those of you just joining, it's a bit hard to see, but this woman is wearing a red shirt, and she's at the corner of the arch.
Also want to eat more. Yes. I am fighting because I take care of my uncle and and Trump is trying to take away the medical care that my uncle needs. Our union fights billionaires every day and win. Last year, me and my coworkers, we went on strike. Yes, we did. We went on strike because Aramark didn't want to provide us health care or livable wages. So the Aramark said no, we started walking. Yes. Because when we go on strike, when we strike, we win. Yes. So yes, now we're passing our torch to our hotel workers, our hotel brothers and sisters in our union. And now they're going up and they're fighting for livable wages and, understaffing. Because just imagine, you're going to work and you're doing more than, just one person's job. One job should be enough. We shouldn't have to do 2 and 3 or 4 or 5 jobs. We should only have to do one job. Just only imagine, right? Just only imagine when you go into work, you're leaving your kids, you're leaving your loved ones to go and make your money, and you're not even making a livable wage. Rent is high, gas is high, and guess what, y'all? Eggs are too. The car and the eggs is so much. So, I'm proud to introduce someone who always fights for the workers, someone who understands solidarity, because billionaires are afraid of solidarity. We are proud to stand in solidarity with Bernie. Everyone, please, help me welcome Senator Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders is coming out now. Bernie Sanders is now on the stage.
CIO. Let me thank all those who have spoken and will be speaking in a few moments. Brothers and sisters, what we are celebrating today in May Day is in a sense a sacred holiday. And all over our country, workers are coming out demanding justice, and all over the world, in dozens of countries, workers are standing up to oligarchy and demanding a world in which all people have a decent standard of living. Today, we remember the struggles and the sacrifices of workers for hundreds of years who have stood up to powerful special interests to create a better world. And today we thank our brothers and sisters in the trade union movement for continuing that struggle. May Day, as you know, was established way back in 1886. And workers then stood up to their very powerful bosses and said, you know what, we don't want to be slaves. We don't want to work 60, 70 hours a week. We want an 8-hour day. Throughout our history, workers stood up